Can we just take a second on how atrocious Chelsea have been this season? I have a 1.5-year-old that's been sick for the whole week, and I'd rather deal with that than watch Chelsea as of lately. Now, let's be real here. We started off amazing under Enzo Maresca, but in the last few months, the wheels have come off, and we have no clue how to attack, how to play anything, or even how to defend. Each and every week now, we've been seeing Chelsea come out and play very stale. And yes, I'm going to lump Cole Palmer into this whole group as well, because even he has not shown as well as he did last season. And because of this, Chelsea have been struggling. Now, with our match yesterday against Brighton, this comes down to Enzo Maresca. I don't care what anyone says. We played them last week in the FA Cup, got absolutely smashed by them. For us to come back in a week's time frame to go back to them and use the exact same tactics and expecting different results, yet we get smashed once again. It's quite remarkable that we use the same players. And yes, I can understand that Enzo Maresca only has X amount of players due to injuries, but let's be real here. Some of the players that we loaned out, we probably could have utilized in this match. Cucurella is the only left back we currently have at the club. We loaned out 2 players that play that same position, Ben Chilwell and Vega. They're both gone now, so we can't even swap them in for Cucurella. We also sold Eden Madsen at the beginning of the season. All 3 of those players play slightly different than what we see with Cucurella. Now, that's just one player. On top of that, on our right side, we have Reece James coming off the bench, who again plays very similar to Malo Gusto. Those 2 swaps do not do anything different, and this is a huge problem for Chelsea right now, because anytime we make any tactical changes with subs, it does not change anything. We are bringing almost like for like, and therefore, again, teams can easily defend that, and there's nothing we can do about that. So this is a huge problem for Chelsea, because when we make those subs, it doesn't alter anything. It doesn't change tactics. We're just putting on fresh legs, and if we're already down like we were in this Brighton match, it does not change the outcome of the game. Now, the fact that we went into this game without a striker also speaks massive volume for how poor our transfer window was this January transfer, because we already knew that Marquez was going to be out. Jackson was kind of injured as well. So therefore, again, we already knew we were thin in this position. Yes, we have Nkunku, but as we all know, he is not a top or a number 9 for a striker position. He likes to sit behind the attacker, and therefore, again, because of this now is going to create a false 9 for Chelsea for multiple matches, and that is a huge problem, because we've already struggled scoring goals. We are now going to have a massive gap inside the box for no players to whip any crosses into. So even if Malo Gusto or Reece James are playing, there is not a single guy they can whip a cross into, because there's going to be absolutely no one there. Looking at the Brighton match, there were so many times we had the ball out in the wing. There is not a single player inside the 18, and it's not shocking that we registered 0 shots on goal in this match. And that, again, is a massive problem. We went a full 90 minutes without a single shot on target. Is just baffling for Chelsea with the quality players that we have, the amount of money we spent in the last couple seasons, and what we've been able to do this season already. The fact that we put nothing on target. Yes, Enzo Fernandez did score, but that was a foul. So again, I'm not even going to count that as well. That is just a huge problem for this club right now, and I do not see how we even get around this for the most part, because Jackson isn't coming back anytime soon. Marquez, he's out for quite some time now, which means we still have to rely on Nkunku. We also loaned out João Felix, who could probably play actually as that false 9, who actually would have done quite well in that position, but we don't have him anymore. We loaned him out to AC Milan. So therefore, again, what we did in January is just the tip of the iceberg, what's been going on in this entire club and why we have so many issues. If we would have actually done what we should have done in that transfer window, we could have been in a good position. There were multiple players that we could have signed during that window. Omar Marmoush came and went to Manchester City. I don't know if he would have signed for Chelsea, but he would have been a great player for us to sign. We saw Durant leave Aston Villa, and there's been multiple other strikers we could have looked at this January window, but for some reason, we decide not to, because some of those players are too old or they don't fit the system. Yet any player we brought in to fit the system doesn't work in the system. So really, as a Chelsea fan, I do not know where we go from this, but the big telltale sign of this season is that we are going to continue to slide. I hate to say it, but without a proper striker, we're not going to be finding the back net anytime soon. Yes, we will score goals here and there throughout each match, but we're not going to be consistent in scoring goals. And as we've seen with our defense, we leak goals consistently each and every match. There's always errors between our CBs, our wingbacks, whoever is playing in our back line. They're constantly making errors or getting beat by players with a simple turn or a ball over the top. And because of this, Chelsea are going to continue to struggle. Now, I do want to know, what do you think about Chelsea's season? Where do you think this club will still go? And where do you think we'll finish at the end of the season? I think we're going to finish outside the top 6. Now, currently what I'm seeing, hopefully that is a wrong prediction, but currently with what I'm seeing with this club, it doesn't look like we're finishing the top 4, even getting Champions League next season. So comment down below. I'll get to those comments as quickly as possible, and I will see you in the next video.